Nuke game they just played. And they won that one. So it's going to be two teams very familiar with the Nuke map. And it's going to be exciting. Exciting. I know the game hasn't started quite yet, but I didn't want to continue with the music for too long because that break was a lot longer than it needed to be. We had a team that didn't really want to join straight off the bat here. But we are now ready. There's 4 players on each side. We're missing 2. Spirit connecting there. We're still missing 2 indeed. Nuke, very exciting map. Arguably very CT-sided, but I have experienced some teams that just dominated on T-side as well. Someone making a bit of a... That looks like a penis. Anyhow. Mr. Josh here. Joss. That is very unnecessary of you, mister. But that being said, we are hopefully going to get into it fairly quickly. Well, this is going to be the last one I cast before I send this one onwards to the main... until the main cast going on a King of Nordic. I've been really enjoying it tonight, though. Been a couple of good games. Last game was very good. Who is Cyclone? Is that Cynics? That's AIM. Oh, exciting news. I didn't know this. But we have a bit of a roster change here coming in on the side of Syreangrep. Bulldog, which had quite a lot of impact on the previous game, has gone out. And now whoever is called Cyclone, that is AIM. That's his real gamer name. But anyway, he is going to be the one joining in. Whether that is an upgrade or not, that is remaining to see. But hopefully it will be. Ready is coming in from one of the teams at least. Just waiting for the ready on the Ruby Renegade side of things. And we should be getting going in here. Nuke, a very fun map. A bit of a... Well, it's a map that can go both sides. And definitely one of those maps that SMGs and shotguns have a lot of power and potency in. So that is quite fun to look at. At any rate, though, I do hear the E-bot counting down. Ladies and gentlemen, this is King of Nordic's Norwegian playoffs. We are at the semi-finals. It's Ruby Renegades versus the Syreangrep boys. Mix versus team, as far as I'm aware. We will have the knife. And we were talking about this, whether or not knife means a lot. That's up for debate. But I remember the good old knives where you weren't allowed to jump on high grounds because you would just lose the knife because of it and stuff like that. Apparently that's not a rule anymore, so high grounds it is. We are going to be looking at a bit of a knife round here, though. There we go. Looks to go in the favor of Syreangrep. Cynics very much alone, but gets that frag as well, and that is one on the board for Syreangrep. Well, not really. They're getting the knife round, though. They are able to choose a side, whether they want to set the pace on the T side or start CT side, which tends to be preferred. And it looks like we do have a switch coming in at least. Syreangrep now on the CT side. Ready's coming in, and the E-bot is counting down exactly like we want. All right. And now we do need to do another switch. We'll wait and see if it maybe sorts itself. Does it sort itself? Does it? No, maybe not. Okay. Back to this. And we are back, and the HUD is correct. I'm getting the hang of things. Yay. Alright. At any rate, Syreangrep here starting the CT side. We're going to be looking at not too much right now. We do have a bit of utility here on Strobe and on Mr. AIM, also known as Cyclone. Ruby Renegade out, going for a bit of utility onto Joss. Other than that, very much quiet. Looks like a bit of a lobby control here. Slow start for Ruby Renegades. And they are inching towards that ramp position though. AIM, what can you find here? Finds one. Manages to fall away. Drops the flash on the back here. They do get the info, but they're going straight down here, Ruby. And Spirit, ready to approach them. Gets one. Does he find the second? Does not. Bjorn stop, really low. Bomb is going to be going down here. A retake is going to come in here. Josh finds one. What a name. Gets taken down by AIM though. Cynics from the rear gets one, gets two. That is going to be the pistol round in the favor of Syreangrep. Important to note, though, that bomb plant in the favor of Ruby Renegades. We might be seeing a bit of a buy here on both sides. A good pistol round. Unfortunate that the bomb goes down for the CTs, but I think the terrorist is going to be very happy with that, especially losing those early frags on the cross. And now comes the question. Do they buy? And it appears like they will. Moen is going to be buying up a AK. I'm going to be dropping that onwards. Joss is going to be the raid boss for today's round, as well as Fjelking. Very Norwegian names on that lineup. It's going to be difficult to pronounce. Easier with the whole Syreangrep, although their team name is awful to pronounce. So, I mean, it's a bit of a lost battle either way. Moen, though. Spirit. I'm going to be looking for some early damage. Finding it as well. Nades goes out. Doesn't find the kill. That's a lot of damage, though. Fjelking all the way down to 7 HP. It's one of the players with the Kevlar. One of the raid bosses already low. Kifos. Can he find something here? Doesn't. So far, Rogue finds one. Fjelking finds Spirit. Again, though, Fjelking, Tifos, very low on HP here. Rogue with the scout. Gets Tifos. Can he find more, though? Gets smoked off. Currently, not finding anything else. Player advantage early here to Syreangrep. Phoenix on the flank. Finds one. Finds two. And only Bjornstar left. 65 HP. No Kevlar. 35 HP. He's low on health. Cynics drops down with a Nova. And that should be the frag. No, misses the shot. Important to not lose anything more than you need to do here, Sierra. The Rogue gets that frag, and that's 2 on the board for Syreangrep. A complete devastation here on Ruby. Not really getting anything for their efforts, as well as not getting a bomb plant, which is also very important. So we're going to be seeing some upgraded pistol here, a couple of deagles, nothing more. Ruby, the raid bosses didn't work. What will they answer with? That's a big question. Syreangrep, though. 4 rifles, looking strong so far. Going to be trying to build bank. Important to not lose any players. Well, aggression on yard here. Rogue gets tapped by Fjelking. Spirit gets 1 kill. Strobe finds another. Spirit swings, finds another. And that's early player advantage. Granted, Rogue has already gone down, so some damage has already been done. Cynics, can he find that kill? He does. Tifos goes down. At this point, Bjornstar very much so alone. What can he find? Only a deagle to his name. It's all about damage at this point. Any kill is worth it. Doesn't find it though. Spirit takes him down. Only losing Rogue. I think Syria is going to be happy with that. We're probably going to be seeing an AWP on Rogue as well. So getting rid of that rifle to upgrade to AWP. Not the worst that could happen. But perhaps wouldn't have wanted to go down anyway. We do see the buy here coming in from Ruby Renegades. Full utility. As well as on the CT side, full utility all across the board. And at this point, we are starting to get into those rounds that should start to get a bit competitive. Well, a lot of smokes coming out yard here. Looks to be cross smokes. All 3 of them. A lot of main control here. Bjornstar on a flank. Finds Rogue. Tifos finds Spirit as well. 2 early frags here onto Ruby Renegade. They're going to be happy with that. Rogue missing that first bullet. Gets taken down. Cynics, though. Can he put some form of reply in here? He goes a bit aggressive here. Finds one. Cynics finds one. It's going to swing wide, though. Gets taken down by Joss. Only 2 players remaining on the Syreangrep lineup. Bjornstar only on 3 HP, though. Very low. We do have Mr. Scrub here. He gets taken down. And at this point, it's only AIM left. And AIM is going to be having a long rotation. And that round should be going in the favor of Ruby Renegades here. A case of not winning the duels. Ruby just going through smokes, taking the duels aggressively here and making it work. Bjornstar surviving with that 3 HP so far, at least. And I mean, if they could survive with all these guns, they will be more than happy. And AIM going to be looking maybe for some exits here. Let's look at his position. No, not really. He's just going to be saving very quietly. Syreangrep definitely not going to be happy with that round. A lot of aggression from yard here. In famous kind of style here, Syreangrep have a tendency to play nuke very sloppily in the start. No, AIM gets taken down as well. They start sloppy and then they tend to pick up eventually, but if you're playing against a team, getting that pickup at the latter end of the game tends to be a bit tricky. And we only see a bit of upgraded pistol here. Strobe with a scalp, probably going to be playing yard here to look for some damage. And, well, I think damage is all they're going to be looking for. A lot of utility. I mean, this is a very full buy from Ruby here. It's a must-win for Ruby as well, don't get me wrong. I mean, sure, they might be able to buy the next round, but Bjornstar already finding that initial frag, and Looking strong. Spirit, though. Nice timing there. Bjornstad goes down. Stripe. Just smoking and leaving ramp out. I think very much important. King finding aim. Moment. Finding Spirit. Kills going in the favor of Ruby Renegades. Joss. Already out on A here. King with the extreme lurk. He's already down by B and maybe even trying to pull some rotation at this point. Moment. Gets the info in heaven. So far though, Strobe. Really able to do a lot. Tries to go for the frag there. He's not going to get it. He probably won't repeat that because that's pretty much a single way ticket to die. King already behind though. Keep in mind, he's coming all the way from B, so this is a large flank. I don't think the CTs will be expecting this. Rogue getting one frag as well. But here's King. Flank gets one. Rogue has already got one as well though. What more can he get? Nade is going out. Well, he does get Joss, and that's a lot of damage here. Of course, damage tends to be in the favor of the terrorist side, as in, I mean, if you lose a gun on terrorist side, it's not going to impact you as much as it will on a CT side. But we do see the money is, well, it's not great for Ruby Renegades, and Syreangrep forced into another bit of upgraded pistols here. Maybe overbought last round. That's going to bring the scoreline up to 3-3 if Ruby manages to just close this one out. Spirit Light. Again, just slow from Ruby. Moen finding Synex. Bjornstad. He's going to be finding Spirit. Moen again. Kills Rogue. Strobe. Bangle. Finds Bjornstad. That's an AK. Anything they can save is nice. Gonna be looking main though. What can you find? Finds two, and at the same time, Aim finds one in lobby, and all of a sudden this round is turning his head. Joss, he's gonna be on the flank though. Gets the frag, but at this point, Strobe has the info. Strobe looking for the frag, spray down, and he gets it. And that's fourth on the board for Syreangrep. A round they shouldn't be winning, they pick up. That's gonna be amazing. Surviving with an AK, resetting the money of the Ruby Renegades group quite a bit, as well as getting that round on the board. What a round from Strobe. Absolutely fantastic play there. Even sticking a spray very late in the round and making it work. I think Syria is going to be very happy with that one. We do see a buy here coming in for Ruby, but that is double deagles. Again, they were low on cash. Joss, just going to go aggressive. A lot of aggression here on ramp. Aim, going to take a bullet. He's going to run. He's going to run very quickly. What more can he find though? He does find one. With the deag. Well, doesn't find more than one. Strobe finds one. Strobe finds two. Can he find more? He's been so strong this entire game. Looks for a third. Doesn't find a moment. Gets that kill. And all of a sudden, Ruby, they have some form of B control here. But there's only 2 players left. And at this point, Syreangrep. What did they do in the rotations here? We do see Spirit already down. A bomb is already towards B here. They're going to be just going on infight. Moment. Holding that double doors, just waiting for his mate to get down so they can cover each other. Josh finds the head but doesn't find the kill. That's not a lot of damage even. Probably being blocked by the metal there. Goes for a bomb plant. Moen baits out Spirit. Gets a kill. Moen half HP. Syreangrep. Moen gets naded. Synex finds one. Synex, can you find one more though? Swings wide. Synex finds 2, and that's the round for Syreangrep. A lot of back and forth here. Amazing gameplay, amazing gunplay, not the least. Here we do see quite a few frags here. Aim only getting 1 without AWP though. Probably not going to be too happy with that, but he's going to be buying up an M4 now. Still though, just 2 on the board for Ruby Renegades. Syreangrep maybe starting to get into the groove of things here. That's dangerous to say though. The famous caster curse. We do have a bit of upgraded pistol, a couple of utility pieces. Nothing major coming in from a Ruby Renegades. Again, looking for that lobby control and the ramp push. I mean, it has been working, but at this point, no, not Synex. Aim has a M4 and might be looking very dangerous. Right, with the early info that there's no one silo. They also have an aggressive player on red here, so they know yard is clear. But here comes the ramp push. Nade goes in. What can they find? Bjornstad. Aim finds 1, finds 2. Looks for the third, doesn't find it. Goes down. He actually finds thirds as he dies. Rogue finds 1, and at this point, It's only Fjellking left. Bomb is dropped in a very peculiarly... weird position. I'll use that word. Cynics, though, closing out that round with the 5th kill. And I mean, at that point, AIM made it work. Gets 3 frags and looking very strong. We do now, however, have a full buy coming in from Ruby and Renegades. They have been looking good with that yard control, so I would be expecting a bit of a return to that. Oh, we see Moen with no Kevlar here. I don't know why he's dropping over an AWP without Kevlar, but apparently Fjellking maybe want to go for a peek or something. Looking for that round peek. Moen. Nading up. Oh. Eventually nading up that door. Rogue playing that defensive CT angle all the way deep garage. It's an angle that I know he prefers quite a bit. He's been using it, especially if they feel like they're losing control. That's an angle he can revert to. We do see an aggressive play here from AIM down in secret. He's pushed all the way up. He's just controlling at the moment, though. Not really finding anything. Again, just slow here from Ruby. They got that lobby control. They're peeking ramp. They're not really finding anything. That is just Fjellking with the AWP holding that angle. And here comes the push outside. Just slowly but surely making their way down. Spirit with a smoke. He's going to get the info. There's one there. Joss. Seems like he's expecting this angle. And he finds Rogue. Rogue goes aggressive. Swings wide, trying to get the peek. Gets taken down by that Joss. Looks for another. Strobe finds it. Strobe's been hitting his shot so far this game. And here comes AIM with a flank. Are they going to be expecting that? It looked like they are. But that doesn't matter. AIM finds T-Fuzz. And at this point, number advantage to Syra and Spirit. Are you swinging? He does. And the timing is on his side. Takes down Moen. And also Fjellking. That's the AWP down and 7 on the board for Syreangrep. Finding those kills that they arguably shouldn't. And at this point, Syreangrep looking really strong. Rogue not really getting going with that AWP outside. But he's a veteran player. So I don't think... Well, hopefully it doesn't get to him too much. But Ruby Renegades, though. I mean, losing all these rounds, winning those rounds you shouldn't win, and losing the rounds you arguably should win. I'm starting to worry if this might affect them mentally. So far, though, just upgraded pistols once again. A couple of Kevlar pieces here and there. Spirit tried to molly the smoke, didn't work. A bit of a double smoke your hut, making sure that that's nice and smoked. Spirit with the aggressive angle outside. Should have all the info they need, and it appears like Syreangrep gonna be rotating somewhat correctly, but oh no, aggression here in hut. So many in hut. Strobe, are you gonna be ready for this? Here goes the push. Strobe doesn't find one. Cynics finds one, finds two, finds three, doesn't find four. No, he goes down. Joss, he survives, but AIM takes him down as well. And at that point, it's only Fjellking. Granted, though, Syreangrep, they do lose 2 players. That's a lot of damage, but Fjellking, or Ruby Renegades actually invested quite a bit into this round. AIM falling asleep, they're letting him actually grab the bomb, and I'm not sure if chasing is the smartest choice. But, nade might be. Alright. Fjellking with 41 HP manages to survive. He's gonna have the bomb. Here comes the swing. Actually manages to take down AIM. That's 3 kills. And actually a bit of a competitive round at this point. Ruby Renegades. Right onto the knife of Spirit, and that is Fjellking going down. I think, weirdly enough, that knife kind of makes up for one of the deaths because of the money situation. So, not the greatest, but Ruby doing some damage there, definitely, and the money of Syreangrep not that high. That's 8-2 though. Ruby definitely needs to start winning some rounds. As 2 rounds, that is too little. I know for a fact that Syreangrep's T side can be a bit wobbly, but at this point, that's a lot of yard action. So far, no kills being exchanged, though. Bjorn's like getting flanked on. Spirit, he's high. He's high as a kite. He kills Josh. And at this point, granted they're down, but they only have 3 players remaining at this point. Fjellking, though, he's going to find the kill onto Cynics. Well, here's the vent. Appears that they're scared to push down. Moen going to be volleying off that one angle, but Rogue actually gets the trade on that timing. AIM with the ult. Oh, he doesn't find the kill. Is he going to swing again? Doesn't appear like he will. They do have that aggressive angle, and bomb might go down, but only 2 players left, and the site is getting awfully small. Fjellking finding one though, but at the same time, they're pushing it from all angles. Fjellking, what more can you find? Looks for one more. Actually finds Spirit, but Rogue at the same time swings on the timing. Strobe here as well. Gonna be going on the contact, actually just swings and takes on Tifos. A lot of damage being dealt to Syreangrep, but again, they're gonna win the round. They're gonna be able to buy up the next one. And Ruby Renegades still just stuck in those 2 rounds. Looking dark so far for them. The main issue right now is that their plans are kind of working. It's just they're losing too much on the cross, and once they get to where they're going, Syreangrep is already prepared for it, and it's a really tricky position to be in. So far, though, looks like an aggression here into A. Tifa's going to be leading the charge. A lot of utilities in the hands of the CT players, and that 2 CT players down. Cynic, Strobe goes down. Spirit, they're going to have to work at this point because, well, there's not a lot of them left, and Spirit finds 1. Bomb's going to go down. That's 2 from Heaven. Spirit very much alone in the main hit. And some Molly coming out, luckily being extinguished. Rogue, a lot of utility being chucked out, but Tifos, he's, well, I mean, he's ready for it. Rogue here as well, being taken out in Spirit, and Ruby Renegades take a 3rd round, very surprisingly. Quick hut play, and I mean, Syreangrep just stand there with utility in their hands and just gets run down. Luckily for Syreangrep, it does appear that they will be able to buy at least a somewhat decent buy. They will still have the AWP onto Rogue and 3 M4s to start with at least. But I mean, that's not a good sign when you can be run down like that, and I think Ruby Renegades are going to notice that. Whether they just go for the same play, which it appears they will, and Flash is coming out. The question is, can they deal with this? Cynics, how much can you get now? You don't have a utility in your hand. It doesn't matter. Strobe finds 2. Spirit finds 1. Spirit actually goes for the second. Fight for second. Doesn't find the 3rd. It goes down. Fjellking very much alone. Can he find it? He does find Cynics. Fjellking down to 78 HP. Aim on the flank. And Fjellking not aware of that. And that is the round for Syreangrep. But again, though, that was very expensive, and they're going to be having a bit of a shoddy buy here. Whereas the Ruby Renegades boys, they're going to be having a good old regular buy if they decide to go for it. And they will. Actually, the buy of Syreangrep doesn't actually appear to be that weak anyway. We do have Cynics with a bit of an XM though. Ruby Renegades, 5 AKs. They tried to go for the same play once again. Didn't work out. Syreangrep wasn't ready for it this time. Joss is going to go aggressive here. He's going to find the kill onto Spirit. That's an early man lead to Ruby. T-Fuzz as well, finding Cynics. Syreangrep already on the back foot in this round. A 10-5 scoreline, looking very likely at this point. But it's not over yet. They still need to find the frags. They still need to find the rounds. The question is, what do Syra do to try and counteract this at this point? Strobe is going to be playing high. That might work. We see the main smoke coming in here. I do think this is going to end A. Double flash is coming in. T-Fuzz, what are you going to find? He's going to be looking up. Well, he doesn't find Strobe, but he does find Rogue. And at that point, it's all up to Aim. Aim, you're good. I don't think you're going to be able to do this, though. And I think he realizes that. It's going to be falling back, though. But that's straight into the arms of a very, very wanting terrorist. But Aim is going to be getting that frag. I mean, the terrorists need to be careful with hunting as well. They don't have the largest amount of cash. But that is that's a 10-4 on the scoreline, and again, 10-5 looking very likely. The money of Syreangrep just not there at the moment, and struggling to this quick play. But Ruby again this round, they didn't really go for a set play. It was more just lurking and trying to go for those early frags and early duels, and they actually just win them. And well, once you win those duels, it's tricky. Aim finding another frag for himself, like actually bringing up a bit of money as well. Gonna be able to drop an M4 onwards. Rogue probably gonna be either just solo buying an AWP here or dropping an M4. Dropping an M4 it is. We do see 4 rifles at that point. Because we're going to be having... Or is this actually... Yep, this is going to be a 4 rifle setup from Syreangrep. So, I mean, Ruby, they still need to win this round. They do have the correct guns and the utility to do so. It's all going to come down to execution. Strobe. Strobe finds the initial frag here onto Fjellking. A lot of people A. I don't think Ruby is aware of this. Well, it may appear that they now have got the gist of it. Josh finds Cynics through the smoke. Well, you could see the legs on the gap there. Moen gonna be swinging here. He's gonna find the kill onto Strobe. Gets dinked for his effort, but a dink with an M4, not lethal. So gonna be running down at this point. Man advantage here for Syreangrep. No, for Ruby Renegade rather. Door has been opened. It has been smoked. It's all gonna come down to the retake. Moen aggressive through the double doors here. It's all about timing. Gets one. Gets straight out though. Spirits and Aim finding one each. And all of a sudden, Joss very much alone. And I mean, I was saying a 10-5 scoreline, but that's a rough situation to be in. It's a 1v2 here, and well, I mean, CTs have full control over the bomb as well. Not sure what he would do. He's gonna be try to isolate some duels here. Looks like the CTs are kind of comfortable giving him that bomb. Just gonna be playing retake, it appears. Joss. Yeah, gets that bomb. Yeah, I don't think he has time to go around, so this is definitely a B plant. He's gonna be going for the go around. The question here is, do the CTs hear this? They're gonna hear the ladder, and at that point the gist is up. They now have the info. That is barely, but it's 1 second. That's all they need. Here comes the retake. It's a 2v1, a smoke to help them out. The CTs, they do have a kit. Lots of time to play with. Oh, Spirit goes down. Aim. It's only 4 HP onto Joss. Joss actually finding it, and that's a 10-5. Good clutch from him. Well, 10-5 scoreline. I think both teams are going to be quite happy with that. Well, actually, I think Syreangrep is going to be a bit, in despair, losing quite a few rounds towards the latter end of that half. But 10-5, it's definitely an alright scoreline for both teams. Again, this is King of Nordics, the Norwegian playoffs, and this is the semi-final between Syreangrep and the Ruby Renegades. A very close game so far. Well, nothing written quite yet, so probably a bit of a break here. Not sure. There we do. We got some ready. We hear the E-bot counting down, and we're bringing into the last half of this match. And they're fighting for the place in the finals of the Norwegian playoffs. Here we go. If we click one, left click that, and we get the HUD all we want. Syreangrep here. I'm going to be looking to get that pistol round. Getting the first 2-3 rounds on the board would definitely help them. Ruby Renegades the same. They want to tighten up that scoreline. We see quite a bit of utility here. A couple of upgraded pistols actually for Syreangrep. Only 2 Kevlars. We see a smoke outside. Well, we see a bit of utility actually being used outside. It looks like they actually want to go down. That's only 1 smoke. Here comes the second. They're both throwing the same one. That's not great. Moen finding 1. Can he find more? No, only finds 1 on the cross. Björnstad though, going aggressive. Looking for that frag into the lobby. Expecting 1 person to hold back. Synex goes down. Not at the start of the Syreangrep was hoping for in that round. And Aim going up. Getting killed by Moen. Moen getting 1 more rogue as well. And Björnstad finishing it up with Spirit. And that's the first on the board for Ruby on this half. A very, very flawless round. I think there's going to be some, well, tilt in the team speak of Syreangrep. Throwing the same smokes and, well, losing basically because of that. At any rate, we do again see a couple of deagles. Oh, actually just 1 deagle here. Oh, 2 deagles on the Syreangrep side. Roke is going to be swinging with the deag. The question is, does he hit? And the answer is... yes, Moen down to 6 HP. So that's a solid yes. It's not a kill, but that's a lot of nice damage that. Utility going up. Björnstad just watching the hut. That's a deadly angle. It's a very deadly angle. Fjellking expecting that guy on top of T-roof. Gets him. Circling. Goes down. Also known as Aim. For those who've been confused as to why I've been saying Aim. Oh, Rogue finding Moen. Spirit actually killing Strobe, but finding T-Fuzz at the same time. All of a sudden a 3v3 here at this point. Fjellking, though, going to be looking for this fight. And he actually wins it. Rogue goes down. Well, Joss is going to be swinging wide here. Currently, though, just finding the first frag. Looking for the second, finding it as well. Synix goes down. That's 7 on the board for Ruby Renegades. Well, I mean, they did a bit of damage. They might be happy with that. But here is the buy coming in from Syreangrep. And for those wondering why I'm calling him Aim and not Cyclone, which I normally do when I cast, I normally just call them by whatever name is on the scoreboard and is on the HUD. It is just because I'm so used to calling him Aim that it comes somewhat naturally. But if you get muted for being toxic, you get called by your bot name. So that is how it works. Moment with some early utility here. That's going to be a good nade. No, actually not that good. Only 4 damage. Looked good. Early info here, though. They have full control here on ramp. Joss, he's pushed everything. I mean, the terrace is kind of locked at this point. Moen finds the first. CT with full control over what's happening at this point, and T-Fuzz with the long angle here from Window. Cynic swings, finds one. T-Fuzz though finds one as well. Aim, here's the step. It's gonna be swing, finds Joss, and all of a sudden it's a 3-on-3. But T-Fuzz looks for the frag, doesn't find it. Damage being created both ways. Cynic goes down to Fjellking though. Fjellking also finding Spirit. Aim very much alone. He finds Moen on a rapid succession there though. 100 HP. If he can isolate 2 duels, that might be what he needs. Fjellking has all the info in the world. We only care about what Aim's doing. He is the centerpiece of this round. Trying to bait with a flash there. Not really working out. Finding that first frag though. And that might be the bomb plant. He goes behind the Silos. That is the bomb plant. A lot of damage being done here to the Ruby Renegades. And it's all going to come down to this. It's 1 frag. Aim just holding behind. Fjellking on a different angle though. Coming in from main here. Going up. Cyclone. A lot of damage. Aim. Can he find it? He can. Fjellking goes down. That's the 11th on the board for Syreangrep. And again, it's one of those rounds. I mean, they're close. They're winning it. I wouldn't say convincingly, but they're winning it. And Ruby Renegades. I mean, they're forced to take an eco here. And I don't think this is what they wanted. Well, obviously, it's not what they wanted. They don't want to lose rounds. Syreangrep not out of the woods quite yet, though. Only 11 rounds. And I mean, oh, never mind. No eco. Here comes the late buy. I didn't see this. MP9, M4, Mag 7. We don't need to spectate Aim right now. He's not doing too much of importance. Looks like a bit more default here from Syreangrep. Just he's gonna have the M4 inside of main. Appears that Mr. Roke is going for some wall bangs. Mag 7 on this angle though. That is super deadly. The question is, will the terrorists run into it? And so far, I think the answer is no. Leaving the bomb behind. Moen. Aggressive flash, but get flashed back. That's an aggressive nade as well. Spirit finding Josh. That's the dangerous Mag 7. Spirit on fire, getting Fjellking as well. But Moen, he's retaliating here, getting 2 frags on the side of Ruby Renegades. And here's the Mag 7. Moen making big work, getting the 3rd frag of the round. And Aim again. So alone. You did it the last round. Can you do this round as well? That is the big question on everyone's mind. He's just holding angles. He's expecting that main guy. He swings. Doesn't find the frag. Basically full HP, but again, the AK is a 1-tap, so you can definitely win the round here. He doesn't though. Beyond's not going to be ready for that. That's 8 on the board for Ruby. A lot of damage here being done by Syreangrep, but they've ruined their own cash. And the question here is, do they just force into forces? Because, oh, on a map like Nuke, it might even be worth it. We do see a couple of M4s, MP9s, and a scout here on the side of Ruby. With that round going in the favor of Ruby off of Moen's absolutely insane Deagle play, I do think we're going to see the scoreline starting to close up here. Synex going aggressive, just massively flashed. Moen with the scout finds one. Well, tags the second, doesn't get the kill. Here's the flank. Tags him up. Moen absolutely on fire so far. Getting 2 for his name. That's all up to aim again. Aim very much so alone on the latter end of these rounds. Beyond stop. Going for the duel. Finding that to be a bad idea. Retreating. Aim hit. Aim just looking for damage here. But Fjellking denying that. And that's 11-9. Again, though, we're going to see a buy here from Syreangrep. And well, there's 2 MP9s and a scout on the side of Renegades. And all depends. I mean, the guns is in the favor of Syreangrep, but the money is in favor of Ruby Renegades at the moment. So this match, very much so on a knife's edge still. Moen, though, being absolutely huge the last couple of rounds here. Single-handedly, basically, winning them for Ruby. How long can that last, though? Synex, well, manages to trade out some damage. Doesn't get the frag. Does get hit up quite a bit as well, but aggressive plays here all across the board. Syreangrep very, very aggressive. So we have aim here on top. Might even drop down. So far, they're just holding. Rook goes down. Looking for that trade. Not finding it. Joss finding 2. Playing strong so far as well. Picking up when Moen is not there and getting that 3rd. Fjellking only with an MP9. Manages to kill Strobe though. And now it's just Synex. Moen looking for the wall banks. Not really finding anything. Synex. All alone, all by himself. What can he find? Any damage. It's good damage. And Josh. Moen again. He actually gets the wall bang onto Synex. And at that point, it is 11-10. I was kind of saying it. I am expecting these scorelines now to tie up quite neatly. And the scary point here for... oh, we have a bit of a disconnect here. A bit of a technical pause. Rook seems to be out of the game. But yeah, the concerning part here for Syreangrep is the fact that Ruby's already starting to build a bank here. And I mean, you never want to let a CT side build up a bank, and especially not on a map like Nuke. And I think I'm gonna expect to see a bit of upgraded pistols here on the T side. Nothing more, and well, it's looking bleak for Syreangrep. It is by no means over. It's just bleak. Ruby is starting to get all the right things set up for them. Obviously, it's 2 rounds. Syreangrep goes off the chart 2 rounds. They're back in it. It's just Ruby right now looking very solid. We do have Moen going absolutely fantastic in 2 rounds. And then just wants a part of the cake and just says, well, I want 3 kills now. You can go away. And he just takes those kills and seems to be very happy with that. Strobe here investing very much. All the way down to 1k. Might be going for a scout next round. Looks like it's going to be a quick cut in the plate here. Fjellking, he's flashed, but how much does he find? The question is so far is nothing. Synex gets that kill. Josh on the flank here gets 1. Looks for 2, finds 2. Looks for the 3rd and finds the 3rd. At this point, it's all up to Strobe. He's on a flank, but this is going to get sniffed out very quickly, I think. And with a knife out, hitting the lamp, that's 11-11. I mean, they do get 2 kills for their effort, but I think they invested way too much to only get 2 kills. But now we do have a full buy once again, 11-11. The scoreline has tied up. Banks have been built. And AKs have been bought. Now is the time to do it, because again, the bank is not going to get any better from here on out. Again, looks like a bit of a quick play here. Well, I said quick play. Looks like more of quick control. We're just kind of waiting for now. Beyond start taking a bit of damage to the molly. Add a bit to the nade. Half HP. Strobe though. Looks like they're favoring towards this ramp. Haven't really been utilizing it so far though. Bit of aggressive here. Strobe, what can you find? So far nothing. Falls back. Probably the wise thing to do here. Beyond stop on top of hot. Finds Roke. Early lead here for Ruby. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a squeak push. Oh. Retreating again. I don't think Sura is quite aware of what they want to do here. Mode with the Deagle actually finding a frag onto Cynics as well. Oh, good tag. Spirit. Very low. Beyond stop. Still on this position. They should have the info, and they do. Strobe gets a frag. Here comes the push. Ducking. He's going to stop it in his track. Finding one, finding two. Doesn't find the third, but Josh finds it, and that is that. Ruby picks up 12. And look at that money. That is just out of control right now for Rubian. I mean, Syreangrep, they need to do something absolutely spectacular now. They need to find something that they haven't shown and just throw it out there. Or I'm afraid that Ruby is just going to start snagging away towards that match point. Again, a bit of a default here from Syreangrep. Roke getting a tag there. And a nade. Does not hit a mark. We see Moen still very much alive with the ult. Well, he was alive until AIM decided to take his life. Moen goes down. Early player advantage here to Syra. This is what they needed. The question is, what do they do now? They're in a position they haven't really been in earlier, where they're getting those initial frags. It's all about closing it out. They seem to have been doing pretty well when they're on the back foot, but now they're on the front foot. Time to see how they react to that. Beyond Star going aggressive, gets a lot of info here. Actually gets a kill on the Roke as well. Nobody's holding him. That's 26 HP. I mean, it's a lot of damage, but they had a player advantage. Now they don't. I see a couple of fake smokes coming out here. Tifos with the early info that this is actually a ramp push, not a outside. Utility goes in his advantage. Cynics gets one, but Josh finds two. Cynics trades out. Stroke finds his one kill. And Fjellking, all of a sudden, all alone. Granted, both CT players are low on health, and there's not a lot of utility here to work with. But if the bomb goes down, that basically counts like an extra player. And Fjellking, he's going to be slow, working all the way back secret. Well, at this point, it's going to be running. He needs to find one very quick. One is playing up on the railing. One's playing under orange. Bit of a nice setup there. Bit of a cross fire. Fjellking going to be going up on the long window here. Oh, that's the step. They now have full info. And Cynics gets the frag. 12-12, I was saying it. Syreangrep, they needed to find something. They did find something. Ruby Renegades, though. Lots of cash still available. I'm going to be blowing a lot of it right now, though. Are they going to be opting for the double AWP? No, they will not. They're opting for the single AWP. Again, Roke with the scout. Roke not managing to find too many targets this game. Still down on that 8 kills. Granted, he's done quite a bit of assists, as well as flash assists and utility damage, but I think you would be expecting more in this sense. Moen finds Spirit early on, though. Fjellking, defensive angle. Opposite start to this round. Syreangrep actually losing the initial frag, not getting it. Beyond start with this pesky angle up top. It's a tricky angle to deal with unless you molly it off. Just straight up fighting it tends to be a bad solution. Syreangrep, very split. This looks like a bit of an A play. A bit of an A split. Maybe even a yard play. Oh, we do know that Fjellking's still out in the garage. Not really making any noise, not making himself known. And the question now is, oh, a bit of a smoke hit. Flash coming out. Looks like a bit of a cross here coming out. Moen. Does he go for it? He does not, but Fjellking finds aim. Tifa's on the ramp though. He has the angle, finds Cynics. Syreangrep getting picked apart. Stroke gets Fjellking, expecting that angle. But there are 2 players down. Well, don't appear to be having a plan quite yet. Don't know why we're watching Tifa's. That's not really important. Strobe outside. Strobe finds one. Well, not a lot of time left on the board here. And this looks to be a very quick main push, and that's going to be the death of them, I would expect. Bjornstad finds one. Roke mollied out. He needs to die. And he will. That's 12-13 on the board. Ruby again. Damage being done. That bank slowly being chipped away at, but so far it looks like that bank is almost good to get them to the finish line. A bit of a confused message here on Syreangrep. Some of them are forcing, some of them are not. It's a very close game. I would expect something tempo here coming from Syreangrep, and I think that is exactly what we're going to be seeing. Looks like it's Ramp that's up for this trick, and Tifos, what can you find? Finds one, looks for more, finds two, goes for the spray. Does a lot of damage, doesn't find more, looks for the third, finds it as he goes down. Strobe actually trades him out, but that's a lot of damage on Fjellking. Ready for the push, gets one frag, looks for the second, has the info, swing slide, gets it. 14 on the board for Ruby Renegades. Syreangrep in despair, nothing is working out for them. Ruby has the bank of the century. And Ruby looking very strong towards this end of the game. Syreangrep though, getting that full buy, getting that all up onto Cynics. Again, Rogue probably figuring out that the scope not really working for today, so he's going to go for the Krieg. We do see a couple of AKs and a Galil. Ruby Renegade though, so much money, and Syreangrep, they need to get those chain rounds, and so far they haven't on the T side. I think this is going to come down to how many rounds they lost on CT, and it was just too much at the end. Bjornstad though taking some early damage, and things again slow down. Insane game, yes. This game has been absolutely insane. It's two very strong teams. Both teams have been doing a bit of mistakes here and there, costing them a couple of rounds, and I think especially like Syreangrep is going to be very angry about it because it's very simple mistakes. But both teams looking very good. Rogue just swinging with the Krieg, finds the frag as well. Cynic is going to be retrieving the bomb here. Ramp is definitely the place to be. Josh, been playing so strong, finds one. He knows the other one is there. So far though, AIM finds one on the other side of the map, but Fjellking, he's in secret. I don't think they are aware of this. Fjellking, well, they do have the info now. Josh finds Spirit. Spirit single swinging there. I'm not sure if that's the smartest idea. Moen even finds a kill. Fjellking only 1 HP. Cynic with the ult gets Josh. Fjellking still with just 1 HP. That's a molly. Strobe manages Moen, and the molly actually killed Fjellking. I didn't even notice, and that's 13 on the board for Syreangrep. Oh my, this is so close. This might go to overtime for all we know. And right now though, Syreangrep again. Cynic's making that all up work for him, even in aggressive stance. And well, we were talking about Ruby with the solid bank. Well, the bank is now gone. It is all down to this round. Ho, ho, ho. We see 5 M4s, lots of utility. We still have the AWP on Cynics. The question here is who goes aggressive. And so far it appears that Ruby is going to be the one going aggressive here, taking yard control. Nuke plus overtime always. Yeah, you're not far from the truth. Nuke is a very even map, so the overtimes are not rare on it. Question here is though, who breaks first? Syreangrep they're veteran players. They're not a team, they're just a mix. Ruby Renegades, I don't know if they're veteran players, but they're at least a team. The question is who's going to break here. And Roke, oh, he wants that frag, but the duel just not going in his advantage. Holding that angle, finds a frag onto Tifos, and the question now is what happens. They've learned from before, not going ramp. AIM gets Moen, and Ruby on the back foot, losing 2 players already so early in the round. Well, I say early, it's 1 minute, but still, Syreangrep 5 players remaining. They've been in this position before and thrown it away. The question is, what does Syreangrep actually do? They've learned from the past, it appears. Well, as I say that, they are moving towards ramp, and that has been their bane. And Ruby, they're ready for this. They've read this so easily. Bjornstad with this aggressive angle, holding A very much so solo. Here comes the push. Rogue gets taken out by Josh. Josh finds 2. And Cynics goes down as well. I've said it. Ramp has been the bane of Sura's playstyle. And again, they're just throwing it away to them. And AIM going down as well. Strobe on the flank. I mean, Strobe's a very strong player. A very veteran player. Can he do this though? I don't know. Gets 1 frag, but time is not with him. And That's that round. Ruby goes up to 15. That's match point for them. Syreangrep, they're going to be able to put out a buy here, but it's not going to be the best of buys. Strobe going to be able to drop off an AK. Well, hopefully they get a lot of rifles up and going. And I mean, the economy of the CTs is not looking great. It's one of those cases where either side here, either Ruby just straight out wins the game, or Syria wins this round, and the chance of overtime is so high. We even seen up onto Cynics actually investing into it instead of getting aim a gun. One could say that's a bit of a risky move here. We do see Event Player going down. They haven't really been doing that earlier. That might come into effect later. Rogue going back. Bjornstad, though, with the Max 7. He's going to be playing that close angle. We've seen the Max 7 coming into play earlier this game, and, well, they made it work then. Now the question is, can they make it work again? Utility coming out. Aggression on yard here. A lot of yard control for Sierra. I'm not sure why the auto-detector is so interested in Bjornstad. And I'm not sure why I said Max 7. It's an M4. But I'm just partially blind. That is the way it is. But again, look at this. Ruby, they're set up. They're expecting this ramp play. Because the ramp has been the point where Syreangrep has just been going every round. And it's not been working out for them. A lot of map control here for Syreangrep. They have the entire yard. But Moen goes down. Spirit goes down. And, well, I'm going to start switching manually because the auto director not having a good day. Strobe here though, looking for that frag. Finds it. That's what they needed, but Strobe all the way down at 6 HP. Looking really bleak so far. Cynics are going to have to make things work, but he's not going to be expecting the angle of T-Fuss, that's for sure. The question here is, aim looks to be going up. Strobe looks to be going down though. And it looks the case that they want to... All the time is not really where they want it to be, and time is running out. This is going to come down to this push. Aim. Solo. What can he find here alone? Finds that first frag. Does he find the second? No, he doesn't. Fjellking, what can he find? Time is low. That's the bomb dropped. And that's time. That's game. Ruby Renegades taking it. 16-13 here on Nuke. And they move on to the final. GG, well played both teams. Ruby Renegades onwards to the final. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my stream. We are going to be rating the main one with the people currently in this one. And then go check out their main stream and follow the final. I think it's going to be a really, really cool final. And a lot of good teams this week. Despite there not being too many teams, the teams that were there, definitely good. Alright, thank you for watching. And until next time, go to King of Nordic, watch the final, and do take care.